Wait for me, Daisy. Don't start the show yet. I'm here. I finally got here. Welcome back to Teach Easy English, everyone. I'm Dave, and I am out of breath.
Oh, Dave, you are always running late. Did you have a hard time, getting to the studio today? Hello, everyone. I am Daisy. It is so wonderful to see you all again. Dave, you look like you just ran a 5K.
Ha ha. Aha, not a 5K, Daisy, just a very, very long flight of stairs because the elevator is broken again. But hey, it's actually a perfect start because today we are talking about one of the most important and honestly one of the most confusing words in the English language.
You mean the word get, right?
Exactly. Get. G-E-T. It's a tiny word, only 3 letters, but it is a giant in English. It's like a Swiss Army knife. It can do everything. It can mean buy, arrive, understand, or become. But today, we aren't just looking at get by itself. We are looking at phrasal verbs.
That's right. Phrasal verbs are special. It's when we take a verb like get and add a little word, a preposition like along, around, or over. When we do that, the meaning changes completely. It becomes a brand new idiom.
We have a massive lesson today, friends. We're going to cover 6 very common expressions that will make you sound like a pro. We've got a lot of conversation coming your way, so grab your coffee, grab your notebooks, and let's get started.
Nice one, Dave. Before we dive into the first one, if you want to get better at English every single week, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us grow our community here at Teach Easy English. We love seeing new faces.
To get along with someone.
This is essential for social life. If you get along with someone, it means you have a good relationship. You like each other. You don't fight or argue.
I love this one. For example, I have a neighbor named Mr. Henderson. He's a bit older, but we get along really well. We talk about gardening, we share tools, and we always say hello. We have a good relationship.
That's lovely. And you can use it for your family too. Like, I get along with my sister, we are best friends, but I don't get along as well with my brother because we have different hobbies.
Aha, so we can use it in the negative. We don't get along.
Exactly. If you say, me and my boss don't get along, it means you have a bad relationship. Maybe you argue, or maybe you just have different personalities.
You know, I once had a roommate who never washed his dishes. We definitely did not get along. It's a very natural way to describe how you feel about a person. To get around, the triple meaning.
This expression actually has 3 different meanings, Dave. Let's break them down slowly for our friends.
Meaning A is the most common, to travel. If I say, Daisy really likes to get around, I'm saying you love traveling and exploring new places. You don't stay in one spot.
That's true. I love visiting different countries. You can also use it for transport in a city, like, the subway is the best way to get around London. It means moving from place to place.
Now, what about meaning B? I've heard people use it for news or gossip.
Yes, get around also means for information to spread. Imagine a secret in an office. News got around quickly that the manager was quitting. Everyone found out. The news traveled.
Aha, it's like the news has legs. Now, meaning C is my favorite because it's very useful when you have a problem.
Yes, to get around a problem means to find a solution or to avoid the issue. Dave, tell them about your BBQ disaster.
Oh man, right. Last month, I had a big barbecue. My wife noticed we had no napkins, none, and the guests were already arriving with messy food. It was a disaster, but we got around the problem by using colorful paper towels and cutting them into squares. We found a way to solve it.
Exactly. You didn't let the problem stop the party. You got around it. It's a very smart way to talk about problem solving.
To get away from, or with.
Number 3 is like an action movie, to get away.
We usually use this with 2 different words, from or with. These are very different.
Get away from means to escape. Think of a bank robber escaping the police. The thieves got away from the cops in a fast car.
But it's not always about crime, Dave. You can use it when you are just bored or tired. If I'm at a very long, boring meeting, I might say to myself, I need to get away from this office and go for a walk. I want to escape the situation.
I feel that way every Monday morning. Now, what about get away with? This one is about being sneaky.
Exactly. It means to do something wrong but not get punished for it. Like when I was a kid, I broke a small vase in the living room, but I hid the pieces behind the sofa. My mom never found out. I got away with it.
Dave, you were a naughty boy. But yes, that is the perfect example. Or if someone cheats on a test and the teacher doesn't see, they got away with cheating.
To get back to someone. Number 4 is the business king, to get back.
The simple meaning is to return, like, I need to get back home because it's raining. But the idiomatic meaning is what we use on the phone or in emails.
Right, this is so important for work. Imagine I call Daisy and ask, hey, how much does the new laptop cost? And Daisy doesn't know the price right now.
I would say, I'm not sure, Dave. Let me check the website and I'll get back to you. This means I will call you or email you later with the information.
Can I get back to you on that? Is a phrase you will hear in every office in the world. It's a very professional way to say, I will tell you later. To get into something. Number 5 is all about hobbies and passions.
To get into. To get into something means to become interested or deeply involved in an activity.
Recently, I got into sourdough baking. Now my whole house smells like a bakery. I started doing it for fun, and now I love it. I am into it. I spend hours watching videos about bread.
That sounds delicious. I've gotten into yoga recently. At first, it was hard, but now I do it every morning. It's my new favorite thing.
You could also say, he got into photography last year. It describes that exciting moment when a hobby becomes a big part of your life. To get over something. Number 6 is about strength and healing. To get over.
This means to recover. We use it in two ways, for health and for emotions.
If you have a bad cold or the flu, I might say, I hope you get over it soon. I want you to recover and feel healthy again.
And emotionally, if your friend is very sad because they lost their job or had a breakup, you can say, I know it's hard now, but you'll get over it. You'll recover and feel happy again.
It's like the problem is a big, tall wall, and you are climbing over it to reach the sunny side. It takes time, but you do it.
It's like the problem is a big, tall wall, and you are climbing over it to reach the sunny side. It takes time, but you do it.
Okay, Dave, we've explained all 6. Now, we need to make sure our friends at Teach Easy English really understand them.
Let's do a final recap before the quiz. Get along with. Having a good relationship. I get along with my dog. Get around. Traveling or finding a solution. I get around the city by bike. Get away. Escaping or doing something wrong without trouble. I need to get away for a holiday. Get back to. Talking to someone later with info. I'll get back to you tomorrow. Get into. Starting a new hobby. I'm getting into jazz music. Get over. Recovering from being sick or sad. She finally got over her cold.
Now, let's look at some sentences. I'll give you a situation, and you tell me the get phrase.
I'm ready. I've got my thinking cap on.
Situation. You broke your friend's glasses by accident, but they didn't see you do it, and they think they just lost them.
Oh, that's sneaky. I got away with breaking the glasses.
Situation. Your friend is very sad because her cat died. You want to tell her she will feel better in the future.
I would say, I'm so sorry. It takes time, but you will get over it.
Situation. You just started taking guitar lessons and you practice every single day.
I am really getting into the guitar.
Perfect. You see, everyone, once you use these in real life, they become much easier to remember.
Daisy, I feel like I just got a PhD in phrasal verbs.
You did a great job today, Dave. And to our listeners, don't feel overwhelmed.
Aha! Overwhelmed is another overword. It means feeling like there is too much to learn.
Exactly. Just take it slow. Choose one expression from today, maybe get along with or get into, and try to say it out loud 3 times today.
That brings us to our challenge. This is how we reach our goal together. Write a comment below using one of today's expressions.
Tell us, what is a hobby you recently got into? Or who do you get along with the best?
We want to see those comments. We read every single one, and we might even give you a shout out in the next video.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today on Teach Easy English. If this lesson helped you, please give us a like and share it with your friends.
We'll be back next week with more secrets to help you master English. Until then,
Keep learning
keep feeling.
and get after those goals. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Your progress doesn't end here. To continue advancing your English skills, click on the next video or explore the additional videos we've thoughtfully selected for you.